They want to stick, they want you to stick around. They want you to never leave their site. They want to literally suck you in. Why would Facebook want to do that? Okay. If you could type in the answer, why do you think Facebook, wants its users to stick around for as long as possible? There we go. Kendrick, first right response here. They want their eyes in front of the ads, right? Because the longer you stick on their website, the higher the chance that you're actually going to click on those nice little ads on the right hand side. And it's something that they can bring back. That's why Facebook is worth so much, because it's one of the highest traffic in websites in the world, and it has one of the largest stick rates in the world as well. So again, the longer you stick, the higher the odds of you clicking on their ads. So here's the thing, the longer you sort of stick around on the website, the higher your chances as well of sharing content. And the more good content that you actually share and people like and people share, the more other people get sucked in, okay? Write the words sucked in if you sometimes feel like Facebook is sucking you in all the time. Your friends, your family, they're putting up stuff, and sometimes you feel like it's a little hard to walk away from Facebook. Okay, give me a big yes or a big sucked in if you kind of feel like that. And wake up, guys. I want your answers here. We got a lot of people on the call, so yeah, I mean that's the goal, right? The suck in. Okay, absolutely. The average user spends 8 hours a month on Facebook. It doesn't seem like it's a lot more than that, but if you take the average, so some people spend 30 hours, a month on Facebook, other people spend maybe 20 minutes. If you look at the average though, their average user, it's 8 hours a month on Facebook. And on Google, it's something like 2 hours a month. So Facebook is a leader when it comes to sucking you in. And they have goals of doubling this in the next 2 years, because if they're able to do just that, they will be able to double their revenue. So we have to look at this and say, well, why are they, how are they going to get us to get even more sucked in for even a longer amount of time? And the way that they're tracking this stuff is by using Facebook's EdgeRank. And a lot of people talk about EdgeRank, and it seems like it's a complicated thing. You look at this number thing on the bottom, and it's kind of looks like I don't know, another God particle or something like that. It looks kind of complicated, but EdgeRank really is what they are using to allow more people to share, like, comment, and getting people sucked in, as I say. So again, Facebook just went public, and let's just say they're scrambling right now. So instead of focusing on ad programs, they're focusing more on getting you to stick on their website a little bit longer. And it's all equal, it all equals money, just like what Robert said. It's all about the money. So if you want to start growing your Facebook fan page, getting more likes, getting more traffic from Facebook, you've got to think, okay, well, I can't really screw around here anymore, because Facebook is not showing your content. If your content is not hot, is not relevant, is not recent, and it's not something that your fans are liking and sharing, odds are that you are not going to get your content shown on the newsfeed. Give me a big yes if this makes sense up to now. So again, they're trying to get people really sucked in and people to stay longer on their website. And the only way that they can do this is the same thing as Google. The more that they share your content, they know that the content's good and people are reacting to it, the higher the chances that people will get sucked into the website, other people in other networks. And give me a big yes if that makes sense. So that is sort of the mindset I want you guys to go into when you're using social media autopilot. And to me, and give me a big ha ha if you think this is funny. But the way I look at Facebook a little bit, it's kind of like when I go to, like, my wife. She has two wonderful grandparents, and they love playing cards. So they literally not do not want us to leave. When we put our feet inside of their apartment, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm packing all my stuff, and then I go to the washroom, I come back, and a new game of cards has started. So there's no way that I can leave. So literally, that's how I look at Facebook. Facebook is trying to keep you there. They don't want you to leave. And again, give me a big haha in the questions box if you sort of get that where I'm going with this. But it's exactly it. They're always trying to do something to keep you there. And the loving grandparents are doing that all the time. Okay, I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to get stuff ready. I get the little one and I'm packing my stuff, and I come back and there's like food on the table and another game of cards is ready for me. Okay, so anyway, it's fun. It's fun. So what is this EdgeRank thing, and how can we use it to drive more traffic? That's the big question, okay? A lot of people are saying, what is this EdgeRank stuff, and what does it really mean, and how can it be, how can it work better with SM Autopilot? EdgeRank is really crucial. Again, your Facebook posts are not being seen because, again, you don't know the EdgeRank equation. If you know the equation for EdgeRank, give me a big yes. If you don't, if you really don't know what A plus B plus C equals D, give me a big no. I want to see what the, how knowledgeable you guys are on this stuff. Okay, no, 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 not a clue. No, 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 nope, yes, yes, no, 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 no. Okay, so it's like 95% no's and 5% yes. Okay, so here's what I want to show you, and this is an example. I'm actually going to show you an example of what EdgeRank is and how it works. So have you ever announced on Facebook something like your wedding? Or look at this pretty funny picture. I don't know. It's funny, but it's not. But it's just, have you ever announced that, your wife might be pregnant or you're expecting another child? Or have you unfortunately ever had to, tell, people on your Facebook fan page that someone in your family has passed away? Give me a big yes if you can relate to any of these three. And if you've done this before on your Facebook fan page, you've updated something in your relationship, in your family life, or someone may be passing away. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have. And have you noticed when something like this happens, those types of statuses have the perfect recipe for EdgeRank. And if you don't believe me, here's proof. So here's what I want to do. I'm actually going to go to my Facebook fan page here. And just to let you know, we just bought a new house, okay? So if I go here, and again, my internet is a little bit slow right now. All right, so if you look at my typical post, I mean, look at this, okay? I posted a picture of our house for sale. It's not getting massive amounts of shares and likes and things like that, right? I'm getting a couple of comments here and there, a few things here. But look at this, guys. I announced, okay, that it's official. We are the proud owners of a new home, and I gave the link out, and we got 31 likes here and over 36 comments. So if you look again, here's an update, right? Major declutter at our house today, blah, 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 whatever, right? Back from our vacation, whatever, a few people. Major event, something that's happening to us, something that people are interested in, 36 comments and like 30 likes, okay? So, guys, if you think that there is a recipe to why this got, 36 likes, why do you think that this post here got 36 likes or 30 likes and 36 comments? Write in the box why you think that post got a ton of people talking. It's trendy. Yeah, Marty says it's something, hot. It's something that's happening in your in your life. There's emotional appeal. It's something that's recent. It's relevant. Yeah, it's relevant to me. It's a picture of good news. Yes. It's personal. It's interesting. They can relate. It's human. We all relate to that. So, it's non-controversial. It's a major announcement. Great one, Karen. So again, Facebook is a viral traffic machine if used right. The more people who like, share, or comment your stuff, the more you suck in other people to your fan page. Plus, the longer the user stays on their website, and that's how you get massive Facebook love. Because people, what happens is Facebook takes my update and it does a little test and it says, okay, I'm going to show this to 20 of Roger's, closest friends, and let's see how Roger's friends sort of, what happens when they see this. And then they see that 4 of my friends hit the like button or decide to comment. Then Facebook says, whoa, 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 this is hot. There's a 40% conversion rate here. Let me show this to maybe 50 of Roger's friends or 100 of Roger's friends. And then as soon as they know that it's a converting post, it starts to show up in the newsfeed all over the place. Give me a big yes if you understand that and if it makes sense to you, and if maybe you got a bit of an aha moment as to how Facebook's working right now. Great. Everyone's saying yes, 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 makes sense. Okay. So who wants the exact strategy and the formula that we use to have our edge rank literally grow through the roof, sending us and our clients huge amounts of likes using SM Autopilot? Give me a big I do if you want something that you've never heard before. I'm going to show you guys some strategies that are really, really, I can guarantee you've never heard of this stuff before. All right, so I've got like 200 I do's here. Too bad I'm not getting married. All right. It's a 3-step formula, okay? So here's what I want you guys to do. Only talk about proven, and proven is the big word here. Proven hot content. Facebook is giving you an overall rating, okay? So if 3 out of 10 posts to your Facebook fan page is viral and hot, your edge rank will suck. You want it to be 8 or 9 out of 10 posts so that your overall edge rank. Facebook knows, guys, you know what? Every single time that we decide, that we're going to show Roger's post, every single time we know it's going to convert. So we're just going to keep pumping out. As soon as Roger comes out with a post, we're going to keep, pumping it out, putting it down to the newsfeed. So the first thing is you need to talk about proven hot content, okay? Here's a 3-step equation. So 1, it has to be popular. So there has to be something, that people are talking about, the news, right? Something that's happening right now that's very popular. It has to be extremely relevant to your demographics. And we're going to talk about this. And it's going to blow you away on how I, determine the demographics and how I look at this. And the news has to be recent. See how I moved? So how I moved, the news is popular because, all my friends are happy and it's popular news. It's relevant because I'm moving. I'm a friend of all these people, so they're happy for it. And it's recent, right? So there's recent news. So people are excited. There's something new going on in my life, right? So that's where we get the 3-step, formula. And that's where you get edge rank explosion. And I'm going to show you guys how to target into this stuff and really boost your edge rank. So how do we know something is popular? Here's what you want to do. You want to look at different triggers, and you want to look at things that are, again, that are generating likes, comments, and shares. So I'm going to use the weight loss market and say that I've got a list of 300 people who have liked my weight loss Facebook fan page. The first thing you want to do is that you want to, firstly, okay, look at your demographics. So here's how you do that. If you go to facebook.com and you go to insights, so facebook.com/insights, what you can do is you can look at your demographics. So before if you don't have a Facebook fan page, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you can certainly build one up, get 100 fans, pay for a little bit of traffic just so you've got a little bit of traction. Okay, so do some Facebook pay-per-click, maybe ask someone to mail out for you to your Facebook fan page. Whatever you do, get yourself about 100 to 200 fans, which is very, very easy to do these days. The second thing is you're going to grab one of your pages, and I'm just going to grab this one here to give you an example. Let's see, this one here. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit on the likes button right here, and it's going to give you your overall demographics. Okay, so it's going to tell you based on this fan page, here's the average, age of your Facebook fans, and here, is your sex ratio. So here, as you can see, it's 74% male, and a large part of my audience is between the ages of 35 and 64. Okay, so here's what you want to do. I mean, if you're doing that, then you know your demographic, you know who you're talking to. Give me a big a big no if you haven't done this yet. You've got a Facebook fan page and you don't really know who the heck you're talking to. How do you know if you know who you're talking to and the content that you're going to be putting out matches so that your edge rank goes through the roof? If I've got a weight loss blog, right? Or a weight loss Facebook fan page. And I look at these demographics, which are, 74% males, and, they're between the ages of 35 and 64. Well, do you think I'm going to start talking about hormone disbalancement or, yoga training for women and stuff like that? Most likely, okay, most likely, a lot of you are making this mistake. Most likely, a lot of you are talking to your audience and you're hoping for a higher edge rank and you're hoping for people to like and share your stuff, but you're posting the wrong content, the wrong information, right? So this is huge. Now, the other thing is, I can see where they're located. So in the United States, in the UK, and Canada. So this is very important because I know that 60% of my fans are in the US, okay? So am I going to be posting news about Canada? I'm in Canada, right? So why would I post news from Canada or about Canada to this page if 65, 70% of the people coming to my Facebook fan page are Americans? Okay? These insights, this is where you start. This is where you start thinking, because again, guys, you have to match your content with your audience and your message. You have to match them up. And the more you do, the higher your edge rank, okay? And the higher people will, the more people will like your content, will want to like, share, and they want to distribute the content out, okay? Give me a big yes if that is a big aha moment and you're sort of banging yourself against the wall right now, okay? Because this is the first thing that you've got to do, right? Now, I know. All right, people are saying yes. Big aha moment. Thanks, Ron. Really big moment, Dory. Okay, perfect. All right, now here's the thing. Let's say that you have a weight loss. Let me just go back to my slides here. Okay. So the big thing I want you guys to do is to stop guessing, okay, on what to curate, okay, and as well as what to post, okay. The last thing you want to do is to guess as to what's going on in your Facebook fan page or in the marketplace that you're targeting. So if you're looking at a special, a specific demographic, and you say, I want to talk to women who are between these ages, or you're looking at, you're posting different types of stuff and you're talking to a whole other demographic, your edge rank's just going to plummet and your Facebook is not going to like you. Let's just leave it at that. So let's talk about that. The first thing I want you guys to do is to start thinking about your demographics. And let's say that you've got a weight loss, Facebook fan page, and you know that your demographic are women who are between the ages of 45 and 65. What you're now going to do is you're going to check out Quantcast and you're going to check out the websites that you think would work best for your market. So when you're starting to post content from, let's say, Mercola or something like that, the weight loss market, well, you want to make sure that the demographic matches your demographic in Facebook. So when you're trying to find content with the SM autopilot machine, you have to make sure that the content you're delivering is coming from the same demographic. So if I'm taking content from the RSS feed for Mercola.com, well, would this work if I'm in the weight loss, niche? Yeah, I mean, they're mostly female. He's writing to an audience that's 45 and plus, and we've got the demographics that we need, right? Does this make sense? Okay. So if you're speaking to an audience, you want to make sure that where you're pulling your content from, right? You want to make sure that that content has the same demographics as the people on your Facebook fan page. Give me a big yes if you get that and if that makes sense to you. So again, let's take a quick look at, let's just do this. Let's just do Mercola RSS feed, okay? So let's say I grab the, okay, I go here and I check and look for the RSS feed because I want to start, posting some great articles about, what Mersola does and how they do their stuff, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab their RSS feed, okay? And if I know that this demographic is the same as the people on my Facebook fan page, okay, if the demographics are the same, you can then go to your plugin here, okay, and here's what you can do. You can remove this stuff. We'll put 10 here just for a quick example. We're going to click on the RSS feed, and I'm going to enter that Mersola feed, and I'm going to hit generate results. And now what I can do is I can grab stuff from the feed and I can start feeding that content directly to my crowd, my people, the people who are on my, Facebook fan page. And I know that the edge rank is going to be high because they're the same demographic and they've been writing to this demographic for ages. And again, my internet connection is horrible on this PC right now. But this will do is it'll grab all the latest articles from Mersola and it's going to post them there so that you can share. Okay. So this helps you, really nail down the content and the audience that you're talking to. And again, my internet is frozen up completely here. So by doing that, you're speaking to the right crowd. And the other thing that I want you to notice is, look, if you look at the likes, the tweets and stuff like that, this will give you a really great idea as to if people are actually interested in that in their comments. So if you look on Mersola's website and you check out articles, right? This has 128,000 views. If you look at that, okay, you can actually see that 4,500 people out of 126,000 have liked the content. So if you start, looking at that and you say, okay, people are sharing this content, there's been some tweets, does this look like a really good article? Are people talking about this? Are there comments on the articles, right? There are 56 comments, right? Does this sound like a great article to post? It's getting a ton of, a ton of traffic right now. And it's really, it's a great article. And look at this, 4.2K in likes. If I look at this one, okay, this is a new article. Again, this is really powerful. Brand new article, August 7th, right? If I click on this, it's a trending article, okay? It's got 892 likes, guys, out of 13,000 views, right? There's some comments, there's some buzz around this content, right? So this is good, okay? Miranda says she reads this midday. She loves Mercola's stuff. So I think he's got some great content. So again, I hope this gives you a great idea as to, matching up the demographics and matching up the content. Now, the other thing is, second thing that we talked about is relevant. Drill down, learn about your market, okay? Check your insights, then look at the market in a different view. So you're going to match your insights with the demographics to find the most relevant content. Not every article or piece of content is relevant to your demographics. Good or good, guys? Give me a big good if you think this is a huge eye-opener. I just want to make sure you guys are on the same page because this is screwing up a lot of you guys' Facebook fan pages. And if you don't have any likes or anything like that yet, don't worry about it. You're gonna get them. If you get 100, 200 likes, if you start following this stuff, Google rewards this stuff. And no one talks about this. And this is why I'm pretty excited today. All right, so the next thing is recent content. Old news is old news, people. People always want the new stuff. Okay, so give them the new stuff. And let me just change slides here. Oh, for some reason, again, PC is acting up here. Let me just change the slides. Can you guys still see my screen? For some reason. All right, my internet is really fluky right now. Okay, because it's a Mac. No, okay. All right, so the other thing is you want the information to be very recent, relevant. So, again, here's what I would suggest you do. I want you to think about where your demographic gets most of their news. So give me some examples. Where do you guys think people in the weight loss world, so women in the ages of 45 or let's say 35 or more, tell me where you think they get their news. They get up to date news on stuff. Let's say you watch the television, newspapers. Where do you feel that women get their health news or their weight loss news? The most. There we go. So Orman just said Dr. Oz. Yes, Weight Watchers, absolutely. Magazines, right? A lot of health and weight loss magazines out there. Women's magazines, Oprah back in the day, yes. CNN Health, Magazine, WebMD, Gold's Gym. So if that's where they're getting their latest and greatest and biggest news, why not follow those news feeds? Why not follow very closely what their news outlets are saying to them, so that when something really hot happens in the news, you'll be the first one to talk about it in your blog and on your Facebook fan page. Does this make sense? So what you want to do is you want to follow very closely the top 10 or 15 places that your market is getting their news from. Okay? All right, people are saying yes, 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 yes. So let's keep going with the slides. I'm going to show you some examples, okay? So again, find out where your audience gets their information. So again, weight loss, Dr. Oz, Dr. Mercola, Rachel Ray, The Biggest Loser maybe. So start doing your research. And then what you want to do is you're going to want to look at all of these websites where you think that your demographic is getting their news from. And you're going to go to Quancast.com and you're going to type in their website to see if you're right. And if you see it's the same demographic, then you're on the right path. That is a very reliable news source for you, okay? Let me just see. All right, so what pages of the site are most popular amongst a certain Ryan, when it comes to local marketing, guys, it's a little bit different, okay? But you're going to still find the top news sites, the top media sites in Ottawa. So what you would do if you're in a specific state or a local city is you will type into Google, your city news, and you'll be able to find most of the news sites. Again, if you're doing this on a local area basis, okay? So find out again where your audience is getting their news, their updates, and where they're seeing a lot of buzz about stuff. And let's do a quick example. So we just talked about this very, very simply, but let's say you've got a fan page and you have like 300 fans. It's no big deal, right? Let's say you've got 300 fans of a weight loss page. And let's say that the demographics are 70% women, ages 45 or plus, and in the United States. So step one, you're going to find out where these people hang out. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in weight loss for women or for men in Google and get the top 5 or 10 sites. And then you want to check Alexa as well, because Alexa is a great tool for checking out, let's just go to alexa.com. And let's say you type in weight loss. And again, sorry guys, my internet is extremely slow here. Weight loss, let's say weight loss blog, just to give us an idea. And you'll see that, you can do some research by using this to see who's got some really popular weight loss blogs, okay? Or weight loss, this one's pretty good, things like that. And you're going to check the demographics to make sure that they are speaking to the same audience as you are. Again, that's what I just said here. Check the demographics to make sure that website matches up with your target audience, because there's no reason that you would be taking some information from a different website that doesn't have the same demographics as your website does. And the large players in the marketplace, they know their demographics. They know who they're talking to. And a lot of you, if you've got a weight loss page, I can bet you're posting stuff on P90X and you're posting stuff on how to get ripped and muscular and get bigger arms, and you've probably never looked into your insights, and God knows you might have 70% of those people women, so you might be talking to the wrong people. And that's one of the biggest things when it comes to EdgeRank. Subscribe to the RSS feed, okay, using SM Autopilot, and check out what's hot, what's in the news right now, what's going on in the news at that moment, okay? And once you find out something hot, then you want to go out to all the other sites and try to find content about whatever's hot and put it together. So again, let's say you're on Dr. Oz's RSS feed and he talks about raspberry ketones, which he did for weight loss. What you're going to do is you're going to grab SM Autopilot and go to find the hottest articles and videos on that subject. So you're on the RSS feed for Dr. Oz. This was on the show. It was hot. People were talking about it. Some of you might remember about that. If you do, you'll see that there was a lot of great stuff that came out of it for him. But if you do your research and you come over here and you do raspberry ketone, okay, and let's say we want to check out YouTube and find some videos on that, you can do the search. And again, my internet's been kind of acting up here lately. And as you can see, it's going to find some great videos. You can click on the link right here. By doing that, it's actually going to bring up the video. And here's what I like to look at. You want to look at, how many, likes and dislikes, how many people have seen the video, and what the comments are like. Okay, if they've got a lot of comments. So let's take a quick look at this video here. Okay, so this is good. It's actually Dr. Oz. It's actually the show. And look at the countless comments on this thing. I like it. I think it's a great piece of content. People would want to see this video again, and I would absolutely post that. Okay, and you can keep checking, right? You can check in articles and stuff like that, and you can check on all the videos. So this is how I find the content, right? Same thing happens for, let's say we do Squeedo. Let's see if someone posted an article or something like that. No, they haven't. Nothing found. Okay, let's check other sources here. You can even look with Google News to see if anything newsworthy is coming out, with raspberry ketones. And nothing right now. All right. So as you can see, this is where we start looking at content. So there's a lot of videos on this stuff. And again, my internet is totally acting up here. Nothing's working when it comes to my internet, but you guys get the idea. You can start grabbing, some content and find exactly what's hot, and then post it and schedule it within your SM Autopilot software. Okay. Now, here's the other thing. By doing this, here's what's happening. You're getting the most popular trending information that's relevant to your audience, and it's recent hot news. So again, popular, relevant, and recent. So that's how you create EdgeRank explosions, and it creates massive amounts of traffic and new likes. The reason is, again, every time someone sees this, they're interested in it because it's in their demographic. It's something that they are interested in about. It's hot, it's relevant, and it's recent. Give me a big yes if this makes sense. Yes. Great info. Yes. Big time. Of course. Yes. Absolutely. This is great. Thank you so much. How many RSS feeds can you add to the social media autopilot? We're adding some more. What we want to do is on the next version, we're actually going to allow you to enter just some RSS feeds so that you can stay on top of the news. But it's really going to be very, very, very powerful. So right now you can set up one at a time so that you're just looking at the news. You can also use a news reader, but it works extremely well. And there are tons of websites, Reddit and Mashable and all this kind of stuff where you can get a lot of the breaking news. Facebook really rewards those who take care of the three most important factors. And they'll start to send you more views, more likes, and they see that you're getting people engaged and excited about sticking to their site. So that's how you get viral traffic. This is how you take a fan page of 300 and you turn it into 3,000 within a couple of days or weeks, okay, is by doing this. And the biggest thing is by matching up the content that you're getting, matching it up directly with the demographic, being on top of what's hot in the marketplace so that you're always posting relevant content that's hot. And the more that people start to like the more that people start to like and share the content, the more powerful it's going to get. And the next version, guys, will have multiple RSS feeds in it, and it's going to be a free upgrade for everyone. There are a couple of a couple of really powerful things that we're going to be adding in there. So give me a big yes if you're happy that we're working on this and we're making it better and better every single day. I'm just going to take a sip of water, okay? All right, perfect, guys. Everyone says love the upgrades. Great, great, great. You bet. Great. Okay. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it, guys. All right. Let's talk about just regular status updates because you can't, always be talking about something that's new and that's exciting and that's hot. So, how do you make your status updates really stand out? So, give me a big I'm ready if you're really ready to learn our strategy to make, our status updates really stand out and how to use SM Autopilot to make sure that they do. I'm going to keep drinking a bit of water here. It's tough talking like this for 40 minutes. All right, I'm getting like 200 I'm readies here. Okay. I think that means drink your water faster, Roger. Robert just said, how does Facebook send you likes? I'll answer that right now because I think it's a great question. Facebook sends you likes because when you like a post or a friend likes a post, it is that post then goes onto your news feed and your friend's news feed if they liked it. And they're going to start posting your content all over the internet if your edge rank is very high. And the only way that you can get your edge rank high enough is by doing the stuff that I've talked to you about in the last 40 minutes. Matching up your demographics, matching up your content, making sure that you're on top of the industry, making sure you're talking about something that's hot, and then posting about it on your blog. Something and then what happens is once people like to start to like and share, it's going to get posted all over the internet. People are going to come back to your Facebook fan page or blog, and you're going to start to see a lot more traffic on your blog as well as your Facebook fan page. So I hope that that answered that question, but it was a great question for sure. Okay, let's do this. Let me just grab one last sip, and I can promise you we're ready to go. All right. First thing that you can do is to ask questions, okay? Ask questions. That's one of the biggest things I can tell you guys is you want to start asking questions. So here we go. Trivia. Can you guess how many hours it takes to build the set for each performance of Michael Jackson, The Immortal World Tour by the Cirque du Soleil? So they asked a question there. Did it work? Yeah, you bet, right? 8,200 people like this, 923 comments, 181 shares. Okay. So how can you, find some really great questions? Very simple, right? Go to your tool here. Okay. Those who've got the advanced version, they have the status generator. Click on the status generator. Click on questions here, and then click the shuffle button. And then this will get you some questions. What items could you not go without during the day? Ooh, that's a good one. How many cities have you lived in and which have been your favorite? These are all, we have 3,500, okay, of the top status updates in this tool for you. So, I mean, this is pretty simple. It's not really hard to do. Have you ever been on a blind date? Well, that's quite the question to ask. I haven't. Which up and coming musician or bands do you have your eye on? So, do you guys get the power? Give me a big yes if you think this this question generator is powerful. Okay, those who have got it and they've been playing with it, they know it is. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, someone says, what about relevance? Absolutely, right? So if you're talking to, a crowd of, again, you're in the weight loss, world, make sure that you're trying to be as relevant as possible. If you could stick away from one, if you could lose the craving for one food, what food would it be, right? And then people will start, oh man, chocolate, oh gosh, candy, stuff like that, right? So this is a great way to do it. So the first thing I want you guys to do is to start asking more questions. They get a lot of likes, they get a lot of comments, and people really enjoy them. And again, it's all a game, right? So it's really, really powerful. The second thing is fill in the blanks. So fill in the blank. I laugh every time I think about, guys, fill in the blank for me. I want to have a bit of fun here, but For me, I'd have to say, I don't know. What do I laugh at every time I think about? I don't know. Barry's not here, so I could say Barry. No, I'm kidding. But give me your answer, Mr. Bean. There we go. Crazy cats. My granddaughter. That's true. The soup Nazi. That was funny. Farting in public. Okay, that's a good one. Barry as well. Joe is the same. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. All right. So yes, so there we go. So fill in the blanks work really well. And again, if you've got the premium version of Social Media Autopilot, there is a section here for a fill in the blank. So if you hit the shuffle button, it's actually going to give you a ton of fill in the blanks, and you can keep doing this for. I need to use the word more often. I don't know what word that might be. But again, fill in the blanks, guys, work extremely well. They get people to answer. I don't know why, but I always answer at those things. I just don't know why. People, I don't know why. I really don't know. Use photos. Okay, so we were talking about Dr. Oz, and I want to show you this photo. While on vacation, my family and I played a lot of tennis. It was much easier to compete with my children when they were younger. What do you think of my form? Pointers are welcome. And then look at this, 4,000 people like this, over 600 comments. So pictures work extremely well. And you can, within SM Autopilot in the manual entry, if you want, you could click add photo, okay? And then you can add let's say, fill in the blank, and then you can add this to your queue just by clicking this here, right? And it goes directly to the queue. The other way you can find pictures is by using Flickr or Instagram, and let's say you go, weight loss or something like that, and you hit generate results, you'll be able to get some pictures that you can post a link to and post back. All right, so you've got some weight loss pictures there. So that's another way. So pictures work extremely well. Okay. The other thing is to talk about the news and ask people about what their thoughts and feelings are about the news. Let's look at this one. Pastor continues to fight for his faith. Over 4,200 people like this and over 1,500 comments. They don't have that many fans as well. So again, talk about what's going on into the news. And this is very powerful stuff. This works extremely well. Something else I want you guys to start doing more is tell them what to do. And if anyone's really good at that, it's my wife. Okay, she would do really well when it comes to telling people what to do on Facebook, because she's really good at that. And she'd probably be laughing right now if she heard me say this. But you do need to tell your people what to do. Okay, and here's a great example. Okay, I totally agree. How about you guys? So whatever this little girl's name, she's the luckiest kid in the world, right? She's there with 4 pit bulls, and on the bottom here it says share and like this photo. So literally telling them what to do. Okay, literally telling them what to do. So tell your audience what to do. Every single time you're posting something on Facebook, people need to be told what to do. So if you think this article is relevant, please hit like. Please share this article if it's something that you believe, type of thing, right? So you need to get people engaged. And the more you can do that, the better, because again, your edge rank will go right through the roof. Okay. Talk about today's events. Here's a website I really love. It's called Dates in History. So you guys can take this website down if you want and write it down. But, we're August 7th. So did you guys know that in 1959, Explorer 6 transmits its first TV photo of Earth from space? Hit like if you remember. I don't know how many people remember this. Did you remember this? Give me a big yes if any of you actually remember today's date. A lot of people saying no. Okay, a few of you saying yes. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff when it comes to news. So, you could talk about the news all day long. Someone says they were 19 back then. Wow. Yes, my family is in the space biz. Wow. 2 weeks before I was born. Dory, you should remember that then. I was not born, unfortunately. All right. So, talk about today's events. So whatever's happening in today's, that happened, let's say years ago or something like that, talk about it and get people to like or share. So, all right, give me a big yes if all this stuff sort of makes sense to you. And again, you sort of understand how you can literally now take a fan page of maybe 100, 200 fans and really explode it fast using these strategies because, again, you're going to be matching up the demographics. You're going to be matching up the websites that you're grabbing content from. You're going to be matching up the message that you are now talking to your fans about. And you're going to be telling them what to do, posting more questions, and getting your stuff to go viral. Okay. A lot of yeses. That feels really great. Thank you so much, guys. Absolutely. Now, who wants more insane traffic strategies that, again, will get you guys an unlimited amounts of fresh traffic to your sites? Give me a big yes if you sort of want more here. If you like what this is, what we talked about, give me a big yes if you want more. A lot of people are saying yes. Okay. Absolutely. All right. So as you guys know, I'm not going to do a hard, pitch here. We're almost filled up for this, and it's totally up to you if you wanted to do this or not. I'm not going to hard sell you on this. This is not what we're trying to do here. But me and Barry have launched our Traffic Guerrilla Explosion series, our coaching series. And the major goal in this is one thing. There is one goal. We want you to think about traffic and know for like certainty, know that there is never going to be traffic will never be an issue in your life anymore. That's what we want to show you guys in the next 4 weeks. It starts Thursday of this week. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to teach you 3 of our most powerful techniques that we have not talked about. One of them is integration marketing. And what is integration marketing? Does anyone know what integration marketing is? If you don't, here's what integration marketing is, and here's a traffic strategy that you can use right now. Okay, you don't need anything. I'm going to give you another strategy here. But the one thing that you should be doing is you need to start looking at unused real estate in your marketplace. So if you look at a weight loss blog and they're getting like 2 or 3,000 hits a day, and they have a dinky sign up to my newsletter type thing, and people sign up to their newsletter, and the thank you page there says thank you for signing up. Please check your email. That is the worst way of doing it. So what you can do is you can start creating what's called integration marketing for other people. And this is one of the most powerful traffic strategies ever. This is what literally took Barry from 0 to like 100 miles an hour in the marketing world. So what it is that instead of taking them to a blatantly ridiculous, thank you page, you send them to a time offer where they can get all of these free gifts, all of these free things if they just hit the yes, okay? And at the bottom, they enter their email address right here, okay? So whatever they type here, when they hit continue, whoever that said yes, they will get added to that person's email address. So you guys are sharing each other's traffic and you're building a massive list. Guys, Barry has people who literally have buyer lists use this. So every time someone buys a product, they get hit with this offer that says, hey, if you want to learn this free secret strategy to do XYZ, hit yes, and then hit yes. And then this software is all created so that the more someone sends you leads, the more you show them on your page. So once you start getting opt-ins and stuff like that, or once they start getting more opt-ins or people coming into their funnel, you start generating more and more and more leads, more traffic, more emails. So I'm going to give you a training that will allow you to set this up. Even if you've got 0 list, you've got 0 traffic, just the fact that you're setting this up, you can get 4 or 5 other partners to jump in on this, and they all share each other's traffic by offering their own bonus on this thank you page. And then people are going to start using this on their order pages, their thank you pages for their emails. They can start using this on everything, okay? This is a plugin that is absolutely mind-boggling. We've spent the last 60 to 90 days working on this, and it's all automated so that you send a link to the actual other partner. They set up the product that they want to give away for free on the back end. It automatically shows up with a description, and then leads start to flow into your email account completely on autopilot, okay? And the other partners, very simple. Someone's saying, how do you find other partners to do this with? I mean, it's not hard, right? If you go to weight loss blog here, you click on, Skinny Holly. Let's just check out what Skinny Holly does. Okay, let's go to Skinny Holly. Let's go to our website. Okay, and you can start seeing if Skinny Holly is actually she's got, and if they don't have if they don't have a page where they're asking for email, even better, you can help them set this up. Okay, so it's very powerful. So here, right here, look at how dinky this is, right? Enter your email address. So let's do test at Yahoo, right? Hit the submit button. So she's probably getting most likely 30 to 50 signups a day. She's got a pretty good blog. Lots of people are going at their blog. She's sending this to a feed burner. So, I mean, that's it. You do this and it's probably just going to send you to a thank you. That's it, right? So if she's getting 50 to 100 emails a day, why not put this thing on the back end? Make it look, great for a weight loss website. This is all customizable, and start getting leads from her and offer her more leads because she's going to be on other websites as well. Okay, so give me a big yes if that is very, very, you think that is a very powerful strategy. That's just one of the strategies that we are going to be coaching you guys on and making sure that you understand this and you have your partners. We're going to show you how to approach your partners, how to make this a win-win for everyone, and it's just going to send the traffic right through the roof for you. The next thing is the guerrilla list leveraging. So we're going to show you live, okay? Will be live. I'm going to show you how I can literally generate any amount of leads I want in a marketplace. So we're going to grab a marketplace, and I'm going to show you guys how we can literally, for pennies on the dollar, generate some really red hot leads using guerrilla list leveraging. And the other thing is we are going to teach you our secret sauce strategy. And again, this is all stuff that we've never taught before, and it's extremely, extremely powerful, okay? Things that you're going to learn: how to generate 50 to 60 leads a day, red hot buyer leads with zero cost; how to get some of the largest companies and marketers in the world send your offer to their list for pennies on the dollar. You will not have any other traffic issues after you've been through this course, I guarantee so. You'll also learn how to ramp up traffic in a profitable way, creating massive amounts of sales for your business. You'll also learn the funnels that we use to make sure that every campaign is a winner. So if you're scared of losing a little bit of money when you're doing this stuff, we're going to show you how to make the risk absolutely tiny. Once you've proven this and you know it's profitable, you can go at a much larger scale. And again, you'll learn the endless traffic source we've uncovered that can literally send you thousands of hits a day for very, very cheaply. We have a couple of sources that no one ever talks about. Who wants one of these sources? Give me a big yes if you want me to share one of these traffic sources right now. Okay. We talk about demographics, right? We just talked about demographics, right? Well, here's one. Here's one of them, right? Plenty of Fish, right? It's a free online dating website. They have millions of people registered. If you know your demographics the way that we're going to teach you, and you've learned about that today, you could also advertise to this crowd, this market. You can click advertise with us, set up an account within minutes, and be advertising to your exact demographic. If you're going after women who are looking to lose weight, things like that, this is one traffic source. We're going to show you how to set this up and how to make it work. But again, lots of traffic sources that you've probably never heard about. Give me a big yes if this is a brand new traffic source for you. Give me a big yes. Cool, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. People are saying yes, yes, yes. This is just a little, again, I'm just showing you a little bit of what we're going to be doing. So again, very, very powerful stuff. Guys, as a bonus, you're also going to get access to our nuclear list building secret weapon, okay? Perfect for newbies seeking an instant list in any niche. And that's the integration marketing tool that we were just talking about, okay? So everyone here will be getting the integration marketing tool, the plugin, to be able to use in their business. So this is we're going to be selling this at a much, much higher price. So this is very, very special. Works really well. You'll also learn some advanced strategies and techniques that will show you how to use social curation, to drive massive amounts of traffic to your blog. So if you like the stuff that we talked about today, it resonates with you, we're going to talk to you about a lot more of that stuff for sure. Plus, you'll also get access to an interview that we did with Mike Hill, who is a master at traffic. He manages millions of hits on a daily basis. And the one session we had with him was about an hour, and people were blown away at the information that was given at this in this session. And you guys are going to have that session with Mike Hill. You will absolutely be floored. This guy is an absolute genius when it comes to traffic, and he's a close friend of ours. So here's what you get. 3 traffic explosion webinars valued at $297, the list building explosion plugin at $197, the Mike Hill interview that's worth $97, and the advanced curation and SM autopilot training, which is valued at $197. It's a 4-week course. It's a coaching course, guys. And your investment today is only 2 measly investments of $97. So we're not doing a, a big thing where we're going to be charging you guys $495 or $997 for this. We want to make it affordable. We know that a lot of you are struggling when it comes to traffic. We want to share with you guys everything that we know. But you must hurry. We are making this available to only 100 people, and only 23 spots are left. Literally, guys, we offered this on the last webinar, and the seats are filling up extremely, extremely quickly. If you want the plugin, you want to be able to access all of the sources of traffic. You want to learn how to generate 50 to 60 leads a day. You want to see me generate live in front of you leads, email leads, right in front of your eyes. If you want to see me doing that, I will be doing that, and you'll see that the cost is super, super cheap, okay? So join us, guys. GorillaTraffic.com is the website. Let me type that up in the box here so you guys can access the URL. So I'm just typing up the URL, and I'm sorry if my voice is letting go on me here. I've been talking for about an hour straight, so my voice is sort of letting me go here. All right, so I just posted this to everyone. And someone is asking, where can you get the plugin without the training? It's a bonus. You can't not get the plugin without the training. So absolutely. Let's see. Perfect. Let me just see. Need some warm tea and some honey. There we go. Yeah, I do, Karen. Go make me a glass if you would. Actually, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Wayne is asking a question for the post from RSS feeds. Do we change the title and do we then add something to the Facebook status? Yeah, I mean, I don't like to keep the same titles. I like to switch it around. A lot of the titles that they use when it comes to this stuff is, the titles that are running around on the internet. So you want your content to be a little bit more, I would say, a little more special, or a little more, less copied, and you'll get much more traction on that for sure. All right, let's see. Okay, so someone's asking for a blog theme. I really like, that you can use, for your blogs. For all this stuff, I like the basic, WordPress theme. It's basic, it's simple, it's easy to change. It's called a theme. I think it's called, I don't know what the name is, but the very basic, the one theme that you get when you sort of activate it is the one that I use. So it works really, really well. People are asking for the webinar we did last week, so I'm going to make sure to send out another replay to you guys if you signed up. Trish, absolutely, Trish, yes. If you're a current Gorilla Masters member, this is totally free of charge to you. So for current Gorilla Master members, yes. Sarita is asking, is there a guarantee with your course? I'm going to guarantee for 30 days. If after 30 days I haven't proven to you that traffic will not be an issue, we will give you a refund. So if you can't copy, or if you can't do what I am teaching you in the 30 days, and after 30 days you go, Roger, this is pure BS. You did not generate any traffic. You did not generate any leads here. I will absolutely give you a refund. Absolutely, I will give you a refund. Okay, Sarita? But you'll see that, we're doing this in live time. You'll see the leads coming in. We'll be refreshing, and we'll show you guys the leads coming in, literally. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to take a quick look here at my other PC. So there are 9 spots left, guys. So 9 spots left, okay, for this program. We will be closing it up. It starts this Thursday. So the training starts this Thursday. Miranda, I will. Yeah, Barry's gone on vacation. He's the one who usually handles, sending all this stuff and posting it to the members area. But I'll certainly make sure that I help you guys out with that for sure. All right. Perfect. People are saying, I just purchased. I'm in. Thank you. Just purchased. Okay. All right. So let's wrap this up. Barry's on vacation. Check your email, guys. We are giving away an iPad for this webinar. So what we're doing right now is we're going to be tallying up all the names and randomly picking a name out for the iPad and an iPad for the last webinar as well. So there are 2 iPads that will be given away at our cost. Herman saying, pick me, pick me. Hopefully I will. Absolutely. All right, guys, thank you so much. Give me a big yes if you got some great content today. If you feel like me and Barry over-delivered with this SM Autopilot, we want to make sure that you're getting a lot of content, a lot of great stuff. And I just hope that you're seeing the value in this because we've spent 4 months working on this plugin. Cost us over $8,000 to build. We're making it better every single day. We're doing our best. So hopefully you guys are getting a lot of stuff out of this. And even if you don't join us for the Guerrilla Traffic program, I hope you got a lot of great content. That's what we want to do. So thank you so much. This is Roger D. Thank you so much for your purchase. Thank you for believing in me and Barry. And we will talk to you guys very, very soon.